I never thought protecting myself would turn my own daughter against me. My name is Margaret Hill. I was 64 years old, widowed for 5 years and living alone in the small Ohio house my husband and I bought when we were young and hopeful. After my husband Daniel passed from a sudden heart attack, life became quieter, painfully quiet. My daughter Emily and her husband Ryan lived just 20 minutes away. At first they checked on me often. Emily would bring groceries, hug me tight and say, "You don't have to worry. Mom, we're here now." I believed her. When Daniel died, I was overwhelmed with paperwork, insurance forms, and bills. Emily insisted on helping. "Let me handle your banking online," she said gently. "You're grieving. You shouldn't stress about passwords." I trusted her. She was my daughter. Months passed, then years. At first I didn't notice anything strange. My pension came in, bills were paid, but slowly small things began to feel off. One afternoon I went to the pharmacy to pick up my blood pressure medicine. "Your card was declined," the cashier said. That had never happened before. Embarrassed, I paid with cash. Later that night I checked my account at the ATM. The balance was far lower than it should have been. I told myself it must be a mistake. But the next month it happened again. And again. When I asked Emily, she brushed it off. "Mom, prices are high now. Utilities went up. Don't worry so much." Something in her tone felt different, impatient, irritated. One evening I noticed a charge for a luxury furniture store. Another for a weekend resort. I hadn't been anywhere. My hands shook as I stared at the screen. I finally went to the bank in person. The young banker frowned as she reviewed my statements. "Mrs. Hill, these transactions were made using your debit card and online banking, but the login is registered to a different phone number." My heart dropped. "That's not my number," I whispered. She looked at me kindly. "Would you like to change your banking information and issue a new card?" I hesitated. Changing it would mean one thing. Someone close to me had been using my money. And deep down I already knew who. With a trembling voice I said, "Yes, please." The bank canceled the old card immediately, changed the passwords, and issued me a new one. As I walked out holding the envelope, I felt both relief and heartbreak. I wasn't stealing from my daughter. My daughter was stealing from me. That night my phone stayed silent. The next morning it exploded. 20 missed calls. Text messages stacked one after another. Emily, "Mom, why isn't the card working?" Ryan, "What did you do to the account?" My stomach tightened. I didn't reply. But I should have known they wouldn't wait long. Because that evening, as the sun dipped low and shadows stretched across my porch, a car pulled into my driveway. Hard. Doors slammed. And when I opened the door, my daughter and her husband were standing there red-faced, furious. Emily didn't even say hello. "What did you do?" she shouted the moment I opened the door. Ryan stood behind her, arms crossed, jaw tight like he was barely holding back anger. I felt my chest tighten. "Emily, please lower your voice." "No," she snapped. "You cut us off. Our card stopped working at the grocery store." My heart cracked at her words. "Our card? Not mine. Why were you using my card at all?" I asked quietly. Emily froze for half a second, just long enough to tell me everything. Then she scoffed. "Mom, don't start acting confused. You said we could help manage things." "Helping is not the same as spending thousands," I replied. Ryan stepped forward. "You're being dramatic. We used it when things were tight." "Tight?" I asked. "Then why was there a resort charge? Why furniture? Why restaurant bills every weekend?" Emily's face flushed. "We have kids. You're alone. What do you even need all that money for?" The word struck deeper than any slap. I swallowed hard. "That money is for my medical care, my future, my security." She laughed bitterly. "You're old, Mom. You're not traveling the world." Ryan added coldly, "You should be grateful we even come around." Something inside me broke and healed at the same time. For years I'd blamed myself, wondered if I was imagining things, afraid to upset them. Not anymore. "I changed my bank information," I said firmly. "The card you were using no longer belongs to you." Emily screamed, "You're punishing us." "No," I said calmly. "I'm protecting myself." Ryan's face darkened. "You realize we rely on that money." I stared at him. "Then you should earn your own." Silence filled the porch. Emily's eyes filled with tears, not of guilt but of rage. "You're choosing money over your family. I shook my head slowly. You chose money over your mother. That was when Ryan muttered something I'll never forget. Maybe if Dad were alive, he'd keep you in line. I felt my knees weaken, but my voice didn't shake. Get off my property. Emily gasped. You're kicking us out? Yes. They stood there stunned as if they never imagined I'd grow a spine. Ryan leaned close and whispered, You'll regret this. They stormed away, tires screeching as they left. That night I cried harder than I had since my husband's funeral. But beneath the tears, there was peace. Because for the first time in years I had chosen myself. The following weeks were quiet. Painfully quiet. Emily didn't call. Neither did Ryan. Then one afternoon my phone rang. Unknown number. Mrs. Hill? A man asked politely. This is Detective Lawson. My heart raced. He explained that Ryan had been under investigation for financial misuse, and my account activity matched several reports. You did the right thing changing your bank information, he said. We just need a statement. I told him everything. The bank records did the rest. Ryan lost his job within a month. Emily showed up again, alone this time. She stood on my porch, eyes swollen, voice small. Mom, we're struggling. I studied her face. Not once did she say sorry. Not once did she say thank you. Only need. I can't help financially, I said gently. But I can help you find counseling. Her lips trembled. You really won't give us money? No, I said softly. But I'll give you boundaries. She left quietly. Months passed. I renovated my little home, took a short trip with friends, started painting again, something I'd stopped after Daniel died. One morning I stood in the kitchen holding my new debit card. It wasn't just plastic. It was freedom. I learned something late in life, but I learned it well. Love does not mean being used. Family does not mean entitlement. And protecting yourself is not betrayal, it's survival. And for the first time in years, I slept without fear.